I broke up with my best friend because she cheated on her fiance. Yeah. Let's call my best friend Bree. We've been best friends since we were in high school. Bree had been dating her fiance for about a year before he proposed. Let's call him Eli. Eli treated Bree like gold. Basically, treated her as if she was his wife from day one, as he should. So Bree really never lifted a finger, never really did much of anything. She didn't even work. So when they got engaged, that's all she wanted was to get engaged. When they got engaged, all she cared about was wedding, and being in tip-top shape. Like, she immediately went out and hired a personal trainer. Let's call him Michael. Now, Bree spent a ton of time at that gym, okay? She was always at the gym, and she was always hanging out with a bunch of guys from the gym. Only guys from the gym, actually. And it's not that I don't think that men and women can be platonic, but let's just say it was odd. She constantly talked about Michael. Like, it went from wedding talk to her and Michael talk, and how her and Michael were doing this, and her and Michael would go get coffee, but it was no big deal because they went and got it with the other guys, right? And, Michael brought her lunch. Michael was taking her out to lunch. Mind you, her fiance is like slaving away at work to pay for this wedding that's coming up, okay? He's so in love with her that he doesn't even see any of this happening, okay? And as her best friend, I'm like, this is pretty odd. I go to the gym with her a few times, and I remember a lot of things, right? I remember small details, okay? I remember Michael telling me that he wasn't from the town we lived in. He was from a town about 30 minutes out. Let's just call it Whitville. He's from Whitville. And it's relevant. So, they're hanging out all the time. And they're extra flirty when I'm there. Like, extra flirty, touchy, flirty. Like, she's touching him in ways I wouldn't want someone touching up on my man, and vice versa. Like, if my man was acting like that, he wouldn't be acting like my man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of scratching my head, but I don't really say too much, okay? I don't say too much because it's not my life. And, not my relationship, right? Like, your relationship, your roles. Now, one night, I was up pretty late with my husband, okay? We had popped a couple spicy cubes, tussled for a few hours, and, afterwards, I go to text my best friend, telling her, she's got to try this, basically. And you know how when you go to text someone, it says their location at the top? And what do you know? It said that she was in Whitville. It's 2 a.m. and you're in Whitville, okay? And I go to text her, and she doesn't respond. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is weird. Why would she be there? And it clicks. Michael lives there. So I'm like, this is odd, okay? The next morning, I get up and I wake up to a missed call from none other than Eli. And I have a text from him that says to have Bree call him. I'm thinking this is weird because... What? So I call Bree and I'm like, hey, Eli's texting me, telling me to have you call him. She's like, oh, yeah, I ran out. I'm surprising him. I stayed out with one of my college roommates last night out in the city. And I had to...
Please take me back, please take me back. How could you get to this? I don't want to do this if I don't have you, please. Please.
Stop,
record me, I don't care. Record me, I don't care.
Hey, stop. What the fuck is you doing, bro?
I need you! Take me back! Please! I'm going crazy! Please! 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 Walter! Please! 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 Please!
Can you please stop acting like that?
I can't.
Alright, calm down.
I'm hurt. Please. 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 Please, Walter. Please, Mommy. Please. 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 Please.
Please what?
Please take me back.
I took you back.
You don't want to be with you and everybody else. I want to be the only way. Please take me back. Please take me back. Please. Please take me back.
And then let me get this right. So a man has to come in and take care of all of his problems. And all of his problems means the car note, the car insurance, his mortgage, his rent, the HOA fees, his health insurance, the dental insurance, all the little fees that he has to pay throughout, everything else, right? So he's expected to come in, pay all that, come into your world and take over all your bills that you have been taking care of by yourself, right? What does he get out of it? How does he benefit? I'm so tired of seeing women talk about, I need a man that makes 6 figures. Do you have a 6-figure mindset? Do you have a 6-figure heart? Do you have a 6-figure patience zone? Like, do you have a 6-figure safety zone? Can a man be safe with you? Can he be vulnerable with you? Can the man bring you his seed and knowing that his child is in the best hands necessary? I'm so sick of people saying, oh yeah, I raise my children. You feed, you clothe, and you water them, and you provide them shelter. That is not raising a child. That is maintaining a child. I do the same thing with my animals. I give them food, water, clothes, and shelter. Can he bring you his seed and you teach his seed, teach his children love, life, understanding, peace, integrity, forgiveness, patience, who and what God is, health, how to balance their finances, their education level. Let's not just send our children to school and think that they're going to teach them the right way. Are you teaching them in your home? Can he bring you this?
Woo!
Okay, here are some things that I don't think men should be able to do.
Let's just try to have some fun. Number 1 is birthday weeks. You get 1 day to celebrate your birthday, like everyone else. And you can choose the day, but none of this Friday night we're getting dinner, but then Saturday is the actual party, and then Sunday we're doing rush. None of that. 1 day. Number 2 is have a favorite movie. Every time I've heard a woman say the phrase, my favorite movie is, the movie that follows is typically 55% on Rotten Tomatoes at best. Number 3 is dream. Like when you're asleep. I had a dream that you were mean to me. I had a dream that you broke up with me. You guys craft enough hypothetical scenarios while you're awake. The fact that your brain keeps doing that while you're on Do Not Disturb is kind of crazy. So no more dreaming. Number 4 is live in Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock is no place for a lady. It's as simple as that. Last but certainly not least, number 5, I think we all saw it coming, drive. Like any vehicle at this point.
Why is it when women leave a relationship, they rack up love bodies? About.
Because I'm not even getting out the shower. That's how pissed off this got me. Let me tell you something. Because you hoes have in your brains, I'm mad because I was actually loyal to a guy. And your thought process is, I'm going to go ahead and do and lower my value and get my desecrated basically and polluted by random now because I'm mad about him. That's how stupid you are. That's ass backwards. Think about it. If I was with the girl and I was good to her and she cheated on me and I left her, now I'd be a dog dude. But I'd be wrong for that, right? And then I'm just every random that I can pull and be like, yeah, I've been a good guy and look what happens. Now I'm going to just take chances, Russian roulette, and go through a whole gauntlet. You see how stupid it sounds? If a man do it, a woman do it, straight do it, it don't matter. So how about just learn from what happened, see the signs and the red flags, and just evolve and get focused on your body, your mental health, and all these other things that you should be focused on even if you're in love. And then you ain't got to worry about the bullshit. Just saying, though. Maybe I'm crazy, right? You're welcome. It's Knuckles, bitch. HVM Network.
Y'all know it's crazy. The way y'all are treating these men out here, I know for sure y'all wouldn't want somebody treating your son like that. Because I wish somebody would treat my son like he's just a trick. Like he just supposed to come out paying bills or picking up somebody's check. No. Ain't nobody simp ass. You ain't slow. You do that for somebody you love, you like, you want to really pursue. Not just for some random girl that you just met. No, that take time. And y'all know it takes time. And if it was your son, you'd be like, don't fall for what that girl giving. Like, you would tell him, you would warn him about a bitch like you, which is crazy work. What I know is my son ain't gonna be out here being played. We got people feeling like they supposed to come out first week paying bills. No, baby. Because if he do that for every woman, then you're not special. You're not special. He just got the funds to be able to do it for everyone. But anyways, I'm your girl, Jay Monique, and two can play that game right. Make sure you like, comment, and share to a friend that needs to hear this.
So I find it funny because there was a woman talking about, oh, well, I broke up with my friend because she cheated on her fiance. And then she started the video talking about, he from day one, I think she was talking about. From day one, he treated her like she was his wife, as he should. No. And this is where men get in trouble. No, he shouldn't have. We're still getting to know each other. She didn't do anything to deserve that type of treatment. As a matter of fact, she did the opposite of what she was supposed to do. She went out there and messed around on him. So why would he be treating her? Why should he treat her as his wife if she hasn't proven herself yet? And this is where men are realizing, I'm going to get into a lot of trouble in this current dating culture. I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. I come in wanting to be somebody that helps, wanting to prove my value, which a lot of men, that's what they say when they bring, this is what I bring to the table. I'm proving to you that I have something of value. I can be of value to you. I can be of service to you. Vice versa. What do you bring to the table? Nothing. I just sit here. As a matter of fact, when you write that blank check, I've already got what I already know what I want to do with it. I want to do this. I want to do that. And never mind how you feel. Never mind about the vision that you said you wanted to go, the direction that you said you wanted to go in, the vision that you had. I don't care about that. All I'm worried about is the things that I want in this relationship. That's how modern women are.
Quick question for you.
Oh, I know you. You hit me up one time.
When did I hit you up?
On Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, you were asking me if I wanted to do an interview.
Well, here we are.
Oh gosh, I'm kind of working right now though.
What do you do for work?
I do OnlyFans.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you're gonna judge.
Hey, who said I'm judging though?
It's okay, I've seen your videos.
Hey, listen, what's the most a man has spent on you taking you shopping?
I've actually never been taken shopping.
You've never been taken shopping before?
I don't think so. You ever been taken shopping? No, we're not. We're not like that. We're not like that.
We're like that.
None of your exes before said, hey, let's go to the mall and I'll just splurge on you today.
No.
Why do you think that's never happened to you before?
I just don't think I dated people like that, and I feel like that's more common here in Miami. So like outside of Miami, it's not really like a kind of like a standard. So, but listen, I know I would love to do an interview, but I really have to work. I really have to work, and I have to take advantage of the sunlight.
I'm just curious to know.
I know, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you though.
Maturing is realizing that it's not that all guys are the same. It's that you're doing something to cause the same reaction. People are fucking looking at me while I'm recording. But anyways, let that sink in, okay? So there's something that you're doing that is getting the same type of reaction out of each man that you're with, even though not everybody is the same, right? Everybody thinks differently. But let's think about this, right? What's the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing and expecting a different result. I know. It's crazy, right? No pun intended. You gotta self-reflect. You gotta be able to look at yourself and say, okay, I have this character flaw. I have this insecurity. I have this issue. And I gotta work on that issue. Or if not, I'm gonna feel like every guy is the same. Mic drop.
Sis gonna tell me, well, I'm successfully married and you're just mad because your marriage failed. I say, oh, okay. I said, sis, you might be right, but I want to know how successful your marriage really is. So pull back. It's for every woman who married or in a long-term relationship. Pull back from everything. Mm-hmm. No love making, no cooking, no cleaning, no nurturing, no ask him how his day was, no feeding into his ego. no taking care of him, no asking him anything like that makes him feel great. Pull back from all of that. And when you do that, sis, one or two things gonna happen to show you if he really like or love you. If he really with you like that, he gonna pick up your slacks, notice a problem, ask you what's going on, try to fix it, try to make sure everything good. But if he don't with you like that, then you already know. Because what that tells me is, while you think y'all marriage is successful, that man just playing a role to get his needs met. But I guess you'll get it when it's too late.
That has to be the stupidest thing that I've heard.
You need to leave.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you need to leave.
Why?
I'm trespassing you from my studio. Kindly leave.
Bitch, you think I want to stay on this shit for 6 hours? If you tell me to leave one more time, my raccoon will bite you.
Can you just leave? I get that you're trying to troll, but like, can you please? I have revoked your permission to be here.
Okay.
You are now trespassing.
Okay.
Can you kindly get up and leave?
Wait, but I don't want to go yet.
I mean, she's refusing to leave. I'm asking you to leave. I need you to get up and leave.
If they call the police, you will be
Arrested.
Look,
no
we're-
one's gonna arrest me for this.
Yes,
you're trespassing.
I have revoked your permission to be here. You are now trespassing. So I'm asking you to just get up and leave.
Yeah, the other thing is like, you're not really a very good troll. You kind of suck at it. And you're doing any favor.
Now you're legally not allowed to be here. I have just trespassed you from my property. So I'm asking you kindly to leave.
Okay.
Brad, I'm gonna call the cops.
Can somebody call the police?
How does a woman take care of a man?
What do you mean?
How should a woman take care of a man?
She shouldn't have to.
At all?
No.
Then why should a man date a woman?
What kind of question is that?
Like, what value would you provide to a man?
What? That's a crazy question.
What do you mean?
You shouldn't have to provide some value to a man.
Then what's the point of the relationship?
What value do they provide to us?
Protecting you, providing for you.
This is exactly why so many men are just done with dating. Because I have said this before and I will say it again. A man is taught his entire life how to treat a woman. But a woman is taught her entire life how to be treated by a man, not how to treat a man. Ladies, if you want the benefits of a man, you need to put forth some amount of effort. It doesn't even need to be as much effort as him. It just needs to be something, because that is what indicates to a man that you're actually interested in him. And honestly, when one person is carrying all of the load of the relationship, well, how is that fun?
Isabella, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you do for your man?
Okay, yeah. So obviously, like I said, I cook and clean, do the laundry. That's pretty the typical stuff. But kind of like what you said, you want to make your house like a safe place for your husband to come home to, and just make him comfortable and serve him. So every morning and every night, I literally massage him until he goes to bed. So every night I put my daughter to bed, and then I massage my husband to sleep, and then I go to sleep. And that's what I do, because he wakes up and he works hard to provide for the family. So my job is to make sure that he gets to sleep and has a good night's rest. So that's something I do. I fully trust him. That's a lesson that I've had to learn, because sometimes I've always had a strong personality, and there's been times where I doubt his decision, and I've had to learn the hard way that no, you need to trust your husband. And once I do, and I fully trust him, I always realize, wow, he knows what's best for us. And I think that's something that men are really looking for in a woman, is someone that can just fully trust them, just be led by them. You want a man that's a leader, and that's what he truly is. And yeah.
Long story short, my husband cleans the coffee machine. I make the coffee. And recently, I just decided to start cleaning the coffee machine. And as I'm cleaning the coffee machine week after week, I'm starting to get frustrated. And I passively aggressive made a comment to my husband saying, like, why aren't you cleaning the coffee machine, basically? And he's like, well, you've been cleaning it. And I created a whole story around my husband and me not feeling appreciated because I make the coffee and he's not cleaning it, but I've been the one cleaning it. So real life things that happen, that we create stories sometimes over things that aren't even happening, and then we wonder why. And it had nothing to do with me not being appreciated. I just was cleaning it, and now I clean it and I don't care.
If you really want to be married, there's certain things that you just got to stop doing. Our daughter's 21. She's in a very beautiful and committed relationship. She gets the balance of messaging that she needs from mom, but she gets the critical messaging that she needs from dad. And I told her one day, I said, have you ever seen the movie The Bodyguard? And she said, no. I said, come on. We go inside, watch the movie The Bodyguard. We're about halfway through. I paused the movie. I said, what have you learned so far? Every single time, Kevin Costner is telling Whitney Houston's character what to do in order to remain out of harm's way. What happens when she doesn't receive that direction? Because this is real life right now. Because if your man is in charge of protecting, because a man is supposed to be provider protector. If I explain something to you because I understand guys, take my direction.
Right.
Because my job is to keep you out of harm's way. Every time you don't, not only do you expose yourself, but now you expose me. The world can't touch me until they touch me through you. So you got to take my direction so that I can protect the both of us. Let me tell you something. People really don't understand how hard in the paint I go for my family. One of the ways is me being Kevin Costner in the back with the earpiece while my wife is out here. Because if you get inappropriate out here, I'll knock your head off.
The top 10 most successful and richest women in the world.
All of them self-made.
Number 10, Iris Fontbona. She is the widow of Gina Reinhardt, Hancock Prospecting, which was founded by her father, Susan Clatton. BMW Here's Fortune. Yang Huang. 58% of a China-based real estate developer.
Nice little chunk.
Her father, its founder. Number 6, we got Jacqueline Mars. The company was founded by Jacqueline's grandfather. We have Miriam Adelson, 56% stake in the casino operator in Las Vegas Sands that was formerly owned by her husband. Number 4, Julia Cott, widow of David Cott. Mackenzie Scott, Amazon. Number 2, Alice Walton, daughter of Sam Walton. Number 1, Francois Bettencoast Myers and family. She inherited her fortune from her mother, whose father founded L'Oreal. Okay.
And you know, I'm glad, and this is what men are saying. I think this guy's name was DeAndre or something, DeAndre Whitfield, and he was talking about The Bodyguard and Kevin Costner telling Whitney Houston, God rest her soul, hey, this is what you need to do in order to stay safe. And every single time you go against what I'm saying, you put me in harm, you put yourself in harm's way, first of all, you put me in harm's way, second of all. And if they knock out both of us, then what? Then what? So you got to listen to what I'm telling you. And he said, and I'll probably go even further than that. He said, I understand guys. I'll go even further than that and say, men understand the world in a different way that you do. You know, we talk, oh, men are so dangerous. We can move men to the side. There are a lot of things happening out here in places that you probably don't want to be in. Things that you don't want to be doing. And a man is saying, hey, based on what I've seen, based on what I've come across, you need to be careful of that. You need to watch out for her. She don't really like you like that. And that's not a man. Hey, don't go walking on that trail at 7 o'clock at night. Why not? I've seen bears. I've seen all other animals that are dangerous crossing that trail every night at 7 o'clock. If you want to go walk that trail, you might go walk it 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But 7 o'clock, I wouldn't do that. Modern women will listen to what you said and then go do it anyway. And when the bear, right on cue, comes strolling across that thing and then turns and looks like, whoop. Oh, I'm screaming. Oh, I don't care nothing about you screaming. I got time today. What's up? Now when you screaming, maybe I decide I wanna come in. I wanna go walk with her. I wanna go on a stroll with her. I hear you screaming. Now I gotta sprint down there and fight the bear for you because you didn't listen. I want to go check what she got going on because she's not listening to me. And I know that bear is out there. Now I have to fight for you. Now I have to put myself in harm's way because I knew you were hard-headed and didn't listen. You have to be careful out here. You have to start listening to what your man says and stop thinking that your man is trying to control you all the time.
She proves you to know she's harmless, then green flag. But if she says like, oh, my mom is so strong, my mom's a strong black woman, I don't need a man because my mother didn't need a man.
What if you don't? What if you don't need a woman? You're a man, Nani.
Girl, you'll need men. You'll need men so bad that you'll get angry when you'll find out that these men are not choosing you for these things. You'll want men so bad. You'll need men. Otherwise, live without them.
Yeah.
And you know what's the craziest thing? Is that if the economy had to crash and then all of a sudden Imali doesn't matter anymore, and then guess who would have to run this world?
Men.
Exactly.
Why?
Because they're the ones building these buildings, fixing these roads. They're the ones, most of them are the leaders. We're just illogical, we're like emotional, we're just these...
Also, that's the importance of men in society.
Exactly.
Every time you'd say this phrase, I wouldn't understand.
Men are the structure and the pillars of society. Women are the cushions of society. If money didn't matter, abantu besifazane bangena engadini and then plant vegetables and take care of the kids and teach them and collect water and make the house clean. Men would build houses, build the roads, protect. But now, because there's this money, we're acting like we don't need them. We want men to be softer. We make men feel guilty for being horny. You need to feel guilty because I turned you on. Fuck, my cleavage is out. What are you supposed to do? Look at my cleavage and pray? Of course you're gonna get horny. Yeah, of course you're gonna get horny. But society wants to make men feel so bad. Oh my gosh, you're such a pervert. If you don't want him to look at your cleavage, cover it up then.
No, Nani, I feel like you are enabling men being perverts.
No, if I was gonna say that.
But why can't I go out with my cleavage and be...
My soon-to-be ex-husband just pulled up to my house in a brand new truck, and I'm not really sure if I'm sad about it or if I'm mad about it. There's a little bit of both happening there, because a brand new truck really mattered more to this man than his marriage and his dog. Which, I mean, if he wants to be the loser that lives in an apartment with a brand new car, then by all means be my guest. All he's doing is showing me that he really was a financial burden on me and that I should not keep him around. One of the most consistent arguments we had was that he wanted a brand new $100,000 truck.
I think that most guys watching this will guarantee you that that man is so happy with his new truck. And he's probably not even thinking twice about what his ex-wife thinks about it. Because that's one of the biggest benefits of being single. You get to make all of your choices yourself. And my biggest piece of advice to that soon-to-be ex-wife is to let it go, because pretty soon you're not going to have any ties to that man.
I believe in being with a partner to create memories and be happy. The hierarchy and the goal setting of what makes my relationship serious to people, suck my... We don't have to move in together. We don't have to have kids. We don't have to be married. But what we do have to do is create memories, be happy, be honest, be truthful. Make sure that this is a healthy place. Make sure that when we're together, we're each other's peace. We shouldn't be arguing. I shouldn't dread you coming through the door.
Okay, here's what,
Because then what are we doing?
Okay, no, I hear everything you're saying. And I agree with marriage should be happy and it should be fun and it should be experiences and it should be all of these things.
And you know what else I hear that people say?
What?
But marriage is hard. Marriage is so hard.
Let me tell you why marriage is hard. Marriage is hard because you have to battle yourself, not the person.
Right.
And that's in my real experience, being with a person that is a completely separate human from me, that has separate thoughts and separate experiences and separate things that he has to work through, and I have to work through what I have to work through. It's regulating myself.
Of course.
There are times where I'm passionately like, how do you not even see what I'm saying? And then I give it to God and I go to sleep and I wake up and the next day I'm feeling better. Balls in your court. I'm going to be happy. Right. I'm just going to be my happy little walking little self. I'm not going to allow stuff to go into whatever it's supposed to go into. So for me, I feel like what I'm hearing, which is so crazy, because you say relationships are supposed to be love and happiness and experiences, but not marriage. Marriage really boils down to the money.
Which is why I don't think, like, you're saying marriage boils down to the money.
But it doesn't, is what I'm saying. Marriage is more than
she's saying
about, but marriage is so much, no, it's not. Marriage is so much bigger than the money. And as a woman, I do believe that we're meant to be protected. I do believe that we're meant to have someone else take the lead.
What? Gay?
Feminine.
Okay.
Very, very feminine. Be like, oh, that's because, you know, he was raised by a single mother.
Bruh,
that's because he didn't have his father in his life to lead him and show him what how men are supposed to act in their cadence. Why is she blamed for that and not the absent person? It's always on the mother.
Now, the mama told the kids that the daddy didn't care and he wanted to be a deadbeat. That ugly money. But of course, when you talk to the daddy, when that baby go up old and 18, 19 years old, and he go find his daddy, the daddy gonna have a whole different story. And see, your mama was fucking the goddamn security guard.
That ugly money.
She was fucking, right? Raw. And every time that your daddy tried to come pick you up in the early years after they broke up, your mama wouldn't let him see him unless he brought some money over there. Right? And then your mama called child support and got his license suspended, so he couldn't go to work. So then the nigga get pulled over, get locked up or whatever because he ain't have no license. So now he can't pay child support, right? Listen, hold on, I'm gonna break it down for you. Okay, now, all right? Now after he get out of jail after a week, guess what? He lost his job. So guess what happened? He go to jail again because he can't pay child support. So now 6 months on, 6 months off, daddy is in jail. That's why you ain't seen your daddy. That's why we blame them guys. Because she ruined his life. All because she wanted to be a the security guard. I ain't gonna lie, you went first. Hey, you did your one too. I got out the way after a minute or two bombs.
At this point, I'm starting to think some of y'all just like to be broke. At this point, I'm thinking that y'all love to go to this job that you hate. $20,000 monthly. My content course is only $20 to teach you exactly what I did to make this. $20, $20,000 a month. $20, $20,000 a month. It's not rocket science. Everybody has that. Kids have $20. DM # content or just comment content below. Right here. Just comment content on this video and I'm going to send you the exact course. Now, if you want more personalized information, we can get on the line directly. But the course is just $20 to make $20,000. Quit that job, click this link, and let's get rich. The ugly money.
When you ask a man a question, ask him one question and then do not revise that question after you've asked it. Wait until he answers your question. And then continue to wait. If he answers the question and then pauses, wait. And then he pauses again. Wait and wait and wait. A man needs to go deep within. And a man is very committed to what he says. When a man is done answering your question, he will most likely say, that's all. I'm done. That's about it. Something like that to let you know he's done answering. And then you can ask your next question.
Y'all, I can't tell you how many times I was tagged in this post. All right, so we can just, all right. Let's see what we're working with here. Met on 6/29/25. All right. Moved in together on 7/12/25. 6/29, 7/12. Ooh, that's 2 weeks. Hey, you moved in. Ooh, I bet that was her place. Got matching tattoos on 8/17/20. 8/17, 7/12, 8/7. A little bit after a month. Okay, wait. So 6/29. We're not even 2 months together, and we done moved in together and got matching tattoos. Okay, we met 6/29. 6/29. And at 8/18, if I see one more glow up post-divorce video, y'all couldn't do that for a man you love. Y'all love to lose a man and then look the way you should have looked during the relationship. Why do y'all get so comfortable physically and then y'all be like, he was so mean to me. He told you he was getting unattracted. You ignored him. But now he's monogamous with somebody he's unattracted to. And if he cheats and finds somebody who he's attracted to, he's going to be a terrible man. But if he breaks up with you because you look like that, he's a terrible man. You literally proving his damn point. You proving everybody's point. You proving all of our points. Put in the effort when you got us. Why do you lock us down? And then you make us tolerate that. Then you'll be talking about, oh, he was such a terrible man to me. You were horrible to him. Look what he had to wake up to every day. That! Pounding beers and now all of a sudden you a gym girl. Are you kidding me?
And I think as I listened to Brandon Jamal, he was hitting on something that a lot of men are worried about. You know, even outside of weight, they're worried about change. Well, this is the person that I like. This is the person that I married. Well, people are going to change, and this and all this, right? But the man is investing into something. And a year or two from now, it's not going to be the same. And we understand that, but you know, you can go through changes, marginal changes, and then obviously when you get to 50, you're probably going to go through big changes. Modern women are getting the ring, and it's almost like night and day. They're flipping a switch. And so what he's saying is he's using weight as an example here. I mean, you get into a relationship, you gain literally 200-300 pounds, and you're wondering why I'm not attracted to you like that. It's because you don't look, it's a drastic change. Like say for instance, I used to be 150, right? Now I'm 350, 375, 400. That's a drastic change. Well, you know, I used to cook dinner every day, and now I don't cook at all. That's a drastic change, right? Or I used to want to be intimate with them every 2 to 3 days, right? You know, not every day, but you know, every 2 to 3, we would do it every other day, right? Because I had the energy for that and he had the energy for it. But now we might do it once every month, right? That's a drastic change. That's a drastic change. And a man is already invested, not a little bit, but a lot. You got to remember the ring. You got to remember the wedding. You got to remember all of the gifts, all of the vacations, and all of the dates that he's taking you on. He's invested, and this is what he gets. It's the appreciation that he gets. And then when you step back and say, why don't men want to get married? You know, you kind of answering your own question.
I got a son because a lady pushed him out. Like, who made him for him to have
Okay, I'll answer you scientifically. So you just asked the question. You said, where did the man come from? You said, well, the woman. Well, not exactly, because biologically, the man holds the X and the Y chromosome, so he determines the sex of the baby. So the reason why you're here is not because of your mother. You're actually a woman, and you're right here because of your father. Not only that, do you know that the gene that the placenta comes from the man? So you thought that came from the mother, where the mother is given the nutrients and all of that. The mother determines the sex of the baby. No, all of this comes from the man. You said that, how did the man get here? From the mother. No, the man got here from his father. All of y'all should call y'all father, because that's why you here.
But the vow is really just a litmus test for, are you willing to do a completely benign, harmless thing if your man asks for it?
I just don't think I'm comfortable doing it.
But demonstrate the harm.
I just don't feel like, it just doesn't feel right in my head to do it.
You can't say, I want all the chivalrous stuff, but your husband asks you to do one minor subservient act, and you're like, no, why would I do that?
Do you want a guy to like open the car door for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want a guy to observe the sidewalk rule, so when you're walking down the street, he's closer to where the cars are.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a guy to pay for the first date?
Yeah.
Second date?
Yeah.
All dates?
Preferably.
Okay. All right. So what are the things that women do that are equivalent or commensurate to the various chivalrous acts that women want, or sometimes even demand or expect at the very forefront of dating and relationships?
I feel like it depends on the person. I mean,
they don't do anything.
I just saw a video of a woman who was running in a marathon, and when she looks over, she notices a friend of hers flew in from London to watch her finish. The friend flew in for like 24 hours, and she sees the friend and she immediately starts bawling. She's like crying and running, and you can tell she's like overjoyed that her friend would do such a thing. I think sometimes when men are questioning why women are choosing to be single.
Hey, stop there. What did men do again? How are we involved in people running and a friend going to support a friend? What did men do again? How did we get into this conversation of a friend from London to go and support the other one that is running like us? What did men do again? How did we get into this equation?
Oh, hey, I found out I have to go to the office on Saturday to finish this project.
When did you find that out?
Earlier today.
When were you going to tell me?
I'm telling you right now.
Well, why didn't you tell me earlier?
Why does it feel like you always assume the worst of me?
Something you want to catch in your marriage is when you start to assume negative intent instead of positive intent, or some would say giving the benefit of the doubt. Now, generally speaking, this is rooted in a confirmation bias, where your brain is finding more evidence for a belief you hold to be true about your partner.
I agree with this woman that
Why are we assuming the worst in the people that we're married to, in the people that we're in relationship? Why don't we shift our paradigm and assume the very best? Assume he's doing the best he can, she's doing the best that they can, rather than, if you're assuming the worst, you're going to look for the dirt. And if you're looking for the dirt, you will for sure find it.
Tomorrow is officially one of the biggest and most important days of my entire life. Tomorrow is my divorce day, and it's been a lot, to say the least. This moment I have equally dreaded and looked forward to, and the fact that it is now coming to an end officially tomorrow is mind-blowing. I cannot wait. I'm so impressed and proud of myself that I have been able to get through this divorce alone. To be 25 years old and doing something of this caliber is huge. I am the youngest of my friends to be married, and now I'm the youngest out of my friends to be divorced. So I'm gonna hold that with a lot of pride.
Many months later.
Tomorrow's Christmas. I'm just crying because of how hard it's been. I feel like I'm trying to prove to myself I can be strong. It's really painful dealing with the loss of everything. Not having my husband.
Follow Masculine Craze for more relationship advice and tips.
I've been married for 20 years, with my husband for 25, and we have 5 teenagers. Here's some marriage advice that might seem a little bit strange. You need to pay special attention to all the things that annoy you about your partner. Now hear me out. The best way to stop those annoyances from getting between you two is to turn them into humor. So pay close attention to the things about your partner that make you roll your eyes, that just get under your skin, that annoy you so much, and figure out a way to make them funny. My husband and I tease each other all the time about the silly little things that annoy us. Like, he always tells me, "Do you work for the light company?" when I leave the lights on in the closet. And when he repeats his stories that he's told 1,000 times, I repeat them too, like they're a movie trailer, and it makes him laugh. What happens is the annoyance softens. It becomes an inside joke instead of a point of tension. You're still naming the thing that drives you crazy, but instead of creating distance, it creates connection. And in a long marriage, that shift is everything.
So I'm stuck on the side of the highway with a flat tire in a thunderstorm. I said, I'm not going to call my sister first. My sister always come through. I'm going to call one of these guys. I'm going to call one of these guys to come help. It hurt my ego to say the responses. I'm not even going to hold you. It does hurt my ego. One said, I'm not a tire shop. 2 said, it's raining too hard. 3 didn't answer. 1 guy asked if I was okay. One guy asked if someone's coming to help me. 1 person showed basic empathy. Make them lonelier.
I think it's so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call and we'll fall into us. I'm a perfect mix up. Saturday night and the rest of your life. Anyone with a heart would agree. It's so easy to fall in love with me.
The only thing I see is a lot of disappointed fathers. I'll cheers to that. Thank you.
Hey Karun, why do men go silent during an argument?
I mean, it's not that we don't care. It's just that we are trying to decide between the 3 wrong options.
3?
Yeah, I mean, option 1 is being honest. So we all know how that will end. I will end up on the couch. So no honesty.
No.
Yeah. The second would be to say what you want to hear.
And that's smart.
But at the same time, I don't know what you want to hear. So I'll end up on the couch in that scenario as well. The third option would be to be logical.
And that's bad?
Yeah, because then I would hear the words, "Why are you being defensive?" So
you go silent?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying to stay happily married.
Wow.
Yeah, that's called emotional self-preservation.
I can't.
It's foreign girls based.
What if I told you feminism didn't free women but actually created double taxpayers? So before, one man worked and supported one family. One tax, one household, one system. Then suddenly, government realized something insane. Wait, if women also go to work, that's 2 salaries. 2 taxes, double the income, double the spending. And somehow that became female empowerment. And here's the absurd part. Women said, I don't want to obey my husband. But now many women spend 8 to 10 hours obeying a boss who is also a man. But this time, he pays you and taxes you. And it gets even crazier. You work all day, you are exhausted, so you use the money you earn to pay a maid, to do all the chores you don't have energy for. So you basically work to pay someone else to do what you used to have time for. You go to work, you get paid, and then you spend the money on help, childcare, take out food, transport, everything. So what was the point? You're working to survive the work. And at the end of the day, women go home drained, no time for children, no patience in relationships, no softness left for family because everyone is tired, stressed, disconnected. And then society says, why don't women want kids anymore? So here's the real question. Did feminism empower women, or did it just turn all of us into perfect workers in the system? And I'm not saying the old system was perfect. I'm just asking, who benefited the most? Women, men, or the government who suddenly earned twice the taxes?
Sounds like she's got it figured out. What do you guys say? So, women, would you rather be at home with your children, or would you rather be working?
And this is the kind of, I think, Seth was kind of covering it on Seth Summers TV. Go give him a follow. But he was kind of reacting to it, and the young lady was saying who benefited from, the feminist movement, from women suddenly going to work. It's fantastic, but now you're just going to work to pay somebody else to take care of your responsibilities. So now you don't have any money. So what was it all for? And that's a good question. You might end up at feminism. Well, I still like feminism and I still like to work. I still have to have, or I like to have my options, yada, yada, yada. You might still end up there, but at some point in time, it shouldn't be, well, that's just automatic. It should be more of, I thought about it, and I this is what makes sense to me. We looked at the numbers, the statistics, we read about it, we educated ourselves on it, and this is what I've come to. This works more than what this over here does for me. Modern women don't think like that. They think, oh, somebody told me on TikTok that this is what I should be doing, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And when they get 35, 40, they realize I should have gone a different path. Or at least if I wanted to go down this path, I should have thought about it and incorporated a more balanced thought process